We had some ideas in mind about what we wanted to do with the space. We had some aesthetic preferences, we had some functional preferences. But we really needed somebody to help bring all of that to life in a real, meaningful way. And, you know, when you compare it to maybe like working with a general contractor, and then there's a whole bunch of different, you know, subs, and the interior designer may be a separate person or group that you're working with on the side. Like, there's not one kind of comprehensive organization that's helping you manage the entire project. Like, how much it costs, what does it look like, what happens when changes need to come up or they do come up, how do you manage all of those decisions and all of that functions of working with a contractor and a designer and a renovator. Mar Vista had it all in one place, and that was really attractive to us because of how busy our lives otherwise are. And I think the end result benefits from the comprehensive approach that Mar Vista brought to the table.
The first thing that I really enjoyed about the Mar Vista team was how invested they were in how our family would use the space and what we wanted. We had gotten some specs and some design work from some other firms, and it just really felt like wash, rinse, repeat. Like, this is how we do it. We're gonna come and drop in these cabinets, we're gonna drop in this countertop, and you'll have a brand new kitchen. And our space was a really unusual footprint and needed some extra critical thinking, and I felt like we got that. Like, the initial design that Lindsay and team brought us demonstrated they had really been thoughtful about how to bring this space together and be true to the age of the home, but also give us everything we wanted in terms of layout and design.
We spend likely an inordinate amount of time in the kitchen just because so much is here. The kids are eating constantly, we're making dinner, we're working from home, you know, there's homework going on when we're in school, and there's work going on for whether it's my wife or me. We're doing work here while we're doing some of those cooking chores. It really is like a multi-purpose room, but yet it feels and looks like a traditional kitchen space. And so we're just using this space, I think, in a way that makes the most sense for life in 2021.
We were really impressed with how quickly Mar Vista worked, and we had braced ourselves for all the surprises, right? Like, we've seen the shows where they make this phone call and it's tragic and we've discovered something terrible and it's going to cost a lot more money and we weren't expecting it and it's going to slow everything down. We didn't have those phone calls. I really applaud the team. They had planned really well. They had planned their time really well, and in a job this big, we didn't have any of those phone calls. But we did have time to make phone calls to Lindsay and Michael to say, hey, we're rethinking this. Can we just talk about how to rework this plan, and so that as our thinking evolves about how we want to use the space, we have time to edit the plans a bit to accommodate our new trains of thinking. So yeah, we really applaud them. Like, the project went off from our vantage point really flawlessly. I'm not sure what it took behind the scenes to get there, but it went really smooth.